Hi.
What's up, everybody? I'm Chris, and this is my sis.
Oh my god, you punched me in the kidney.
I didn't punch you in your kidney.
No, it was more my ribs.
Calm down, Charlie the unicorn.
It stole my kidney.
Oh, it took my friggin' kidney. Today, we would like to have a discussion about doing your own thing and living your life your way.
On
Because
your
nobody
own
should tell you
time.
how to do it.
Wicka,
Because
wicka.
that's BS. And disclaimer.
These are the inner workings of our minds. We are not professionals. We are just sharing our journeys.
So, on that note, my favorite topic quite frequently is society standards and how I don't like them. I'm not a very big fan of the way they tell me to live my life. I like to do it my way.
Yep, they get that.
Yup. So, I graduated high school like you told me to. Thanks, by the way. That was super useful. Really good. I am glad I can read and write, though, and I'm pretty good at math.
Yeah,
You know?
it helps.
It's not too bad. Went to college a little bit. Yeah, went to college. You went to college.
I did.
We went to college.
First time around, I was not ready for it. I hated it, honestly.
I enjoyed it, but it was
I wasn't
pointless.
ready for it whatsoever. But and that's why you have to know your own timing. When you're not really passionate about something, you can go out there and waste a lot of money. If you're having fun, cool. And if you have the extra money to do that, cool. But if you're broke, middle, lower class, you don't have the money for that.
Most of us are pretty regular, so we're just trying to,
Yeah.
make it to a decent adult stage where we live comfortably in society without being in a whole ton of debt, which isn't extremely easy when the first thing they try to sell you on. As soon as
you
you
should
graduate
go to
high school,
college.
yeah, it's not. That's not even what I hear when I hear that anymore. You should go to college. Hey, congratulations, you graduated high school. Now take on an just absolutely atrocious amount of debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars maybe, depending on what you want to do, that you'll probably never be able to pay off in the name of something you want to do right now while you're still a child and haven't experienced life in the world at all. This is just, up till now you've been in a, classroom and just socially conditioned.
And you
a
have to
certain way.
ask to go to the bathroom.
Right. Yeah. You have no idea what you want out of life.
Nope.
And here, have a bunch of debt and take some classes, and then
Yep.
it's most of the time when you graduate, it's pointless. I didn't do anything with my college.
Yeah.
I could go back and finish some degrees, but I don't really know what the point would be now because I just don't. Really
you
need
kind
it.
of work in a field where you're already there.
Yeah.
You work for a small business, you're already a manager position. Me, I did go back. First time around, I went to nursing school. Parents said, hey, you should do this. I'm like, all right, I'll try it. Got my generals done, got into nursing school, figured out I am not a nurse. Not made to be a nurse. And I made it 1 month in, and I was like, nope, not for me. And yes, I got a lot of backlash. This one, the parents, everybody were like, girl, what are you doing? You're making a mistake. And I'm like, I know myself.
Yeah.
And so while I was in nursing school, it's funny because I was like, I'm going to be a massage therapist. Well, I decided to work a little bit longer. So I was in the workforce. 5 years later, I became a massage therapist. I knew it just wasn't the right timing as soon as I quit nursing school, and I had to figure it out on my own time. So I was 24, 25 whenever I actually went and got, I went to a trade school for it, which much more affordable and 1 year of school. And here I have this amazing trade where I'm already making twice as much as I used to.
Trade school. Shout out to not wasting a ridiculous amount of money on education that you don't actually need, nor are you probably going to ever use.
Yeah.
That's definitely the way to go. Trade schools need to be way more.
And what's cool about trade schools too is massage therapy in general. One reason I'm into it, it's more of a holistic way of healing. And then you have different categories of it. Like you can specialize in deep tissues, just your relaxation massage. I am certified in cancer clinic, but I can also, my favorite is sports massage, myofascial. I want to get to those muscles. My plan is to actually become certified in trauma. Trauma massage. So it's,
and to anybody that doesn't understand the point behind holistic healing, the main summary that I would give myself is that At some point, we just let Big Pharma take the reins on absolutely everything, and my back hurts a little bit. Have a pill. Have a pill. Have a pill. Have a pill. Shove them down your throat.
Yep, here's this.
Pharmaceuticals are not made to cure or actually make anything go away. They're here to cover symptoms. They just cover your symptoms up so you can live a normal life while you're shoving this pill down your throat every single day.
Which some
making
people,
these rich people money. Yeah, sometimes it's necessary.
Sometimes you really do need them, and we absolutely recognize that.
But on the other side, sometimes a massage might help that problem.
It's like if you have a crick in your neck, would you really go to a doctor or a chiropractor for that? Which you could go to a chiro, but usually there's a trigger point in your shoulder that I could just use 5-10 minutes and work it out. And look, that's a lot cheaper than going to a doctor.
Or there's a lot of things from the earth too that can be used.
Yeah.
I mean, this has turned into a whole holistic
It really
video
has,
instead.
hasn't it?
So the point we want to make on
Yeah.
timing is that you shouldn't rush yourself to live up to any standards of anybody else's. If you graduate high school and you're like, I don't think I'm ready for college, you're probably not ready for college.
Yeah.
On the same side, you're not always going to be ready to do the things that you need to do in life. Sometimes it's important to just give yourself that push if you need it. But I mean, I feel like most of us know when we're at the point that we want to do something.
There's like an itch inside that doesn't go away, and you keep ignoring it, and you think you can just, keep going, but no, it just doesn't go away. That's about the time. It's time for you to find something that makes your heart a little bit more happy, that speaks to you.
Point.
Yeah, it's a good jumping off point. But I think it's very toxic thinking to tell somebody, you should have it together by this age, you should have kids by this age, you should be married by this age, own a home by this age, when looking at the world, it's not as possible for us.
There's 6 of us, man. The youngest is 19, and I'm about to turn 30, and none of us have kids. Like, most of us are single.
Yeah.
Just doing our own things, living our lives, and we're building on ourselves. We're using this time to our advantage to, kind of maybe set up some future opportunities, make it or break it, and put your hand in a few different things, take some risks. Like, that's where I'm at.
Well, it's like, yeah, I do want to have kids at some point, but I also recognize I'm not ready for it, and I have a lot of unworked trauma that I would like to have a handle on before I bring a child into this world.
Absolutely.
But me a year ago would not be saying what me right now is, because I jumped relationships, and this is the first time I've actually gotten to know myself. And the real me says, no, I'm not ready for that, and I can't believe that I was under the mask of society's perception. Like they had me real good, and being realistic and really truly being in tune with myself. It's just nice to get to know me. I want to take a pottery class. I want to learn belly dancing. Like, I want to do all that, and I want to travel a little bit before I bring another baby into this world that's going to need a lot of my life.
Yeah, learn and live and grow at your own pace.
And that's just me. I know, people out there my age already have kids and all that. And I know sometimes, what am I trying to say? Sometimes they were accidents and maybe you didn't mean to, and I feel like that's hard, honestly, but I don't know because I've never been there. But I can imagine, and watching other parents or just parents throughout the years, I imagine that's hard. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not totally there myself, but I mean, some people do grow, they just know growing up that they want to be a parent, and that's what they want to do with their life, and that's great. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
You knew you had an idea.
And if you have it in you, good.
Yeah, I had a lot of healing to do
Yeah.
myself, and that's what we're saying, take everything at our own pace and figure out what you want to do along your own life path.
Yeah.
There's not a set standard for this is the age you get married, this is the age you have kids, this is the age you go to school. Man, the world is granting so many new opportunities to just kind of freestyle that stuff nowadays.
Yep.
And
different
there's
family
job
lifestyles
opportunities
too.
Yeah.
Nuclear family isn't just a norm anymore.
Yep.
There are different relationship types out there. Honestly, yep, I lost that.
So it's easier than ever has been to just kind of, legitimately learn and grow at your own pace and do what you want to do with your life, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I've enjoyed it. Now that I've become, now that I broke that facade I had in my head about I have to, match this and do this by this age, and, and maturity doesn't work by age either. That's another thing about just your own timeline,
It really is completely your own timeline and what works for you. You can't look at your neighbor and go, oh, this is the way they quit smoking, so I'm going to try to quit smoking the same way, because you're two very different people.
Yeah, learning, growing, healing, all that stuff works on its own timeline, and you can't rush any of those things. You have to do them at your own pace, and it's important to stay grounded and just accept where you're at today, and that be okay. You want to take one baby step, but take the baby step. I think we get in such a hurry and such a habit, I notice a lot in the world, of just wanting everything to happen as fast as it possibly can, but that's really not how things work at all. It's really important to take your time and take one step at a time and figure these things out,
I think the quote, there's this quote that I see all the time. You never know if tomorrow is your last day or whatever.
Yeah.
I understand it. I also think it can be a little toxic in the sense of we are growing up in a time of instant gratification, and it's really difficult when we don't get things as fast as we want. But truthfully, taking the time and having the patience to work on that thing, which I am learning right now. I am no expert whatsoever. This year is my time of learning. But imagine when you get there, when you're ready, your mindset, as you grow along with the little bit of learning for that thing that you're reaching for. Once you actually get there with your own divine timing, your own plan, and what worked best for you, with no pressure, no shaming yourself, no guilt about the way you did things. That's my goal, is to get wherever I'm going. I'm lost, super lost right now, but I know someday I'm gonna find it. I just don't know what it is yet.
Definitely.
You feel that?
Dude, I enjoy not knowing sometimes. It's nice.
It's terrifying for a control freak like me.
Life has been really stale lately. I need some extra things going on. I need to do some things I'm not used to. I've reached out and I'm just gonna try to experience some new things. It's important to keep it mixed up, and my timeline's telling me I need to shake things up a little bit.
We need to go to Scotland.
But in a good way, because I've tended to shake things up in a way that negatively affected me a handful of times, and I've learned from that. So shake things up in a good way. Try and do things that are healthy for myself, outside of my own comfort zone. Yeah. It's a learning process too. I put myself frequently in situations that are somewhat uncomfortable for me, because you learn the most from those situations. Everything really is just a learning experience. So if I'm uncomfortable, maybe next time I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
That's how,
You learn a little bit more each time you put yourself in that position.
Albert Einstein didn't know a thing about math when he was born. Had to learn all that, figure it all out. Maybe he did have a natural talent, and an innate talent. And once he started to learn, it just came to him and made sense. But you're not always going to know what those things are if you have natural talents until you try. Do experience until you find something you love. And when you find something you love, roll with it. And usually there's a way to implement that into your.
It's weird because I never thought I'd be a healer.
Right.
Never thought I'd be a healer. And my adoptive parents kind of telling me about nursing, I was like, yeah, I could do that. Well, I was a CNA for a couple years too. That kind of pushed me towards a direction. Turns out I am a healer, just in a different way, and I love it. I'm also a Reiki master, and I use energy healing. And I got started with the subject, but I found my counter subject, and I made my own path with some wisdom that was given to me. And I think that's a beautiful thing when you can find your own way.
Definitely. That's the best way, That's why I'm saying that's the reason we're talking about timing today.
Yeah.
For sure. Because missed opportunity is so easy to just roll with, well, this is just how life is now. Forget that, man. No, it's not.
There's more opportunities.
Yeah, you can be brainstorming in the silence of your own home when you get that half hour just after you calm down, and You know, well, now what do? Do I watch a movie? Do I read a book? Maybe you dig deeply into your, you know, your subconscious mind and figure out what it is that really, really interests you and gets you driving your life. You know, there's,
Yeah.
brain fog still kicking in a little bit from not smoking, but
I don't know why mine's going pretty well.
cigarettes is bad.
They are. I also found out that cigarettes was just like keeping me, I was numbing myself with them. Oh, you have a problem, you're stressed out, well, go outside and have a smoke about it.
Right.
And now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm learning how to deal with stress on my own time.
Yeah.
But also, we had to quit within our own times.
Our own times.
We know it's bad. We knew what we were doing to ourselves. And I really feel like this time around, I've been more ready for it than ever.
And eventually we'll get to a nutritional aspect with some of these videos, but as of right now, I got a big bag of cookies in my car. And I just quit
donuts.
smoking, so that's okay. I'm gonna allow myself to eat some junk food.
Craving that.
Yep.
I got coffee and donuts and I'm ready.
Alright, we're gonna wrap up, guys.
Yeah, be true to yourself, your intuition. Sit down, take a moment away from other people around you, and if you're feeling confused, conflicted, blah, 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 just take a moment and allow yourself to feel. Feel that, figure out what it is you want and what's going to be best on your journey, because you are going to have to live with yourself for the rest of your life.
And you're the only one that is gonna have to do that.
Absolutely.
So everything is you. Your universe does revolve around you.
Absolutely.
Allow it to. So, much love.
Peace. Love you guys. Bye.